Well, hello. Hi, everybody. Hey, I'm here. I'm here. Sorry, I'm a little late. There was a line at the ladies' room, you know. Hey, everybody. Hi, it's Becky from Power Tools with Thread. You are in our Stitchuation room. This is a Monday through Friday virtual stitching retreat where I hope you join me on my quilting and embroidery journey. And I encourage you to put something under the needle yourself. So here is Frito. She hears me start talking and she says, "Oh, it's goldfish time." Am I Pavlov and you're my dog? Yes. She's like, "Lady, quit petting me." Yay. Yes, here. There you go, sweetie. What a good girl. We went over to some friend's house last night and hung out by their pool. Keith can still not go into the pool until end of August. But she went with us and she was so good over there. So wonderful companion to take with us. But, for those who are wondering, Keith got a gold star from his home therapist. He's doing great. His knee is bending just fine. He's been working on it. He got a new knee back on the 25th of June. So he's, she loves her goldfish. That's right. Yeah, absolutely. So he's doing really, really well. He's able to straighten it just fine. And he's bending it to 115 degrees or something to that effect. I don't know, 100, whatever. He's doing wonderful. So he's very happy about that and about ready to start outpatient therapy. So there's the Keith report. Okie dokie. I've got some stuff I wanted to share with y'all before I get started. I did finish pieced block 16 for Lori Holtz, how to build a scarecrow. That's what I'm working on. One of the ones I'm working on right now. And I did not get to any applique blocks yesterday because I jumped into a Kimberbell project. But this is block 16. Okay, so that turned out very nice. Very happy with that. Pretty, pretty. Love it. So I'll add that to the group up there. Okay. And then also I was going to make the companion quilt to Dearly Loved by Corey Yoder from Coriander Quilts. Going to make the companion quilt to that, the woolly wall hanging. So that will be cut this weekend. If you got a chance to get this pattern, I've got it linked below. And I'm using her Starberry line of fabric from Moda. So I've got links to that too. But this is just so cute. I saw this in person at Market last year, at Houston Market. And just registered for Houston Market as well yesterday. Got our invitation from quilts.com. Keith and I are both going with media credentials. So I'm so excited to go there. And I love hitting the booths with the quilt designers that are going to be there, the pattern designers, and they've got fabric and whatnot. And it's just a great time. Now, the public doesn't go to that. Market happens the weekend before Quilt Festival. Festival is open to the public, but the market is for vendors, right? And media. Yay. So I love to go in there. I did this last year. I'm going to go in there and I hang around in the big booths, Moda, Riley Blake, Free Spirit. And if I can find those designers that publish with them their fabrics or their patterns, then I will try to get an interview with them and get it on camera and then share that with you guys. So that's very cool. I will also be doing some lives. So be sure to subscribe to my Facebook page. It's Power Tools with Thread on Facebook. And you'll be able to see those live when they happen during market. So that's the end of October. Okay. And first weekend of November is festival. So if you can get to festival, please do. Would love to meet you. I will be hanging out in the All Brands booth at festival. And it is. Carol says it sounds like a blast. It is. It is so much fun to meet these people. And, I met Corey Yoder for the first time last year and got a little interview with her. I met Vanessa from Layla Boutique. I met Joanna Figueroa from Fig Tree and Company. I mean, it's just, yay. I love it. I love it. Anyway, okay. Speaking of Joanna Figueroa, June's Sew Sampler Box. Okay. I know those of y'all that get these, this got released the end of June from the Fat Quarter Shop. These are great little subscription boxes. They're very inexpensive as subscription boxes go, and you always get something in them to challenge you and give you something to do and to make. Sometimes you just have to get a little extra fabric. So I wanted to show you, what does my shirt say? It says, a lady never discusses the size of her fabric stash. Yeah. Okay. You're going to festival. Good. I look forward to seeing you there. Awesome, Billy Lowe. So this was June's box. If you're a beginner quilter, maybe you're an embroiderer and you haven't dabbled, you haven't crossed that line yet, these are a wonderful way to get started because you're always going to get notions in here that you really probably wouldn't otherwise. And then it also introduces you to some fabulous fabric. You'll get really good fabric. So you'll learn the difference between Hobby Lobby fabric or Joanne fabric and fabric from a quilt shop. You're always going to get quilt shop quality fabric. There's a reason the fabric in the quilt shop is, $12 to $13.50 a yard. I hope those prices come down soon. Oh my goodness. So there is a honey bun in here from Joanna Figueroa, Fig Tree and Company. And this is called Jelly and Jam. And this is just a beautiful, beautiful line. I love the lime greens with the red. Isn't that beautiful? So pretty. Just lovely, lovely fabric. Do not take this apart until you're ready to use it. One, you'll never get it back together. And two, it sheds like nobody's business. When you pull open these jelly rolls or a honey bun like this, y'all, don't be wearing something that attracts the shreds of fabric. Don't do it before you're going out the door. That's not a good idea. I love the colors too. I think they are just beautiful. Just beautiful. Patty says she loves the colors. I think they're gorgeous. Lime green is one of my favorite colors anyway. And I love how she blends it with the tans. So you've got some neutrals in there. Very pretty. And the pattern that you can make with this is called Peach Preserves. With the Jelly and Jam fabric line, it's called Peach Preserves. And so you have all these little stripes, right? And you also need 1/8 of a yard of background fabric, which is the peach, and 1/2 a yard of binding, which is that green gingham. Okay. And so you need a Creative Grid 60-degree tiny diamond ruler. And they included that in the box. So that's really nice. I have always been afraid of diamond quilts. I've never made one. I don't think I have a desire to make one. I don't know. I always have this huge fear of Y seams, but I know the way this thing is constructed, it doesn't have that. So what they've got you doing on this, if you can take a look at it, you take these little strips, right? These are 1.5 inch strips. And you sew them together in blocks of 3 or 4, it looks like 3, right? And then you just sew them together. And you do it in diagonal rows, I believe. Yeah. So you got that. The back of the paper, the cover that comes in here always has a coupon. So this is this one's for 20% off of eyelet yardage and pre-cuts. So it has a promo code in there. Nice. And there is a QR code for a free quilt pattern. How about that? And you got a QR code in there for a free quilt pattern. Very nice. That's cool. See, that's more my speed, that one. That's got triangles instead of the diamonds. Yeah. Very, very pretty. It does look like a cute quilt. Okay. Then we also got, this is from Little House, and this is special for the Fat Quarter Shop. Glass head pins. All right. Glass head pins. It comes with a little tin that's separate. If you're brand new to quilting or sewing and you're not familiar with what gems these are ideal to iron on top of. Okay. I know you may have seen pins with the little silicone tops, but my pin of choice when I'm quilting is longer than this. They are these long yellow headed pins from Dritz. and they're very sharp. They're 2-inch pins. I always use these, have used them for years and years. But the glass head pins are fantastic, especially one, they have a super sharp point. If you're going to be going through knits, you definitely want something with a very sharp point, and then especially slinky knits. Oh man, if you're doing any cosplay costumes or something and you got a slinky knit, those little sequin fabrics and all that, glass head, that's the way to go. It goes right through them without any kind of drama or snags, and then you can definitely iron on top of them, and the glass just does its thing. It doesn't melt like plastic will to the bottom of your iron. There was a package of Schmetz. These are 9014 chrome. Okay, so there's your nice package of Schmetz needles, and you get your paper that tells you all about what is in here and the value of the package. And then they do a 12-month quilt along. All right. And this is the Peaceful Baskets quilt along. This is block number 3. It's a 9-patch basket. So you got that. Very, very pretty. Very pretty. My friend Candace from Florida, she did this last one. So they're a lot of fun to get these. I would not normally grab a 60-degree Creative Grids ruler. So it's just a nice thing to get and add to your stash as you have a need for them, right? Very nice. Cool stuff. So this goes every month. I think they're less than $30. And it's every month you get the box and you'll get nice fabric and a little project to go with it. So that's really a cool thing. I got an email from a lady yesterday. Excuse me. How about if I just take a swig of coffee here? I see 571 are watching. So here's my mug that Glory sent me. Just me and about 500 of my quilty friends. Hey, you guys, hit the thumbs up button if you don't mind. It's free. And subscribe while you're at it so we can spend more time together. That's cool. You don't want to miss this. These are fun, right? You sit there watching TV. I know you're sitting there watching TV and you got your phone. You're looking at the chat, right? When we get done, you need to go to your machine. Where's the box from? The box is from the Fat Quarter Shop. Fat Quarter Shop is a online only quilt fabric store. It's owned by Kim Jolly and her husband, Kevin. And the shop is in Buda, Texas. If you're not from here, it looks like Buda, but it's Buda, Texas. It's just up the road from me. And they've got a big warehouse up there. I would love to get I want to go up there, take my camera and take you guys around the Fat Quarter Shop, just like I did Kimberbell, the warehouse. That would be so cool. So hi, Heidi. Good to see you. No, it's not a bad price for all that. I mean, you know, and especially if you live in a quilt desert, like you don't have one anywhere nearby, it's wonderful to get that. So then you get it and you get your box and then you say, okay, I want to make this quilt. And then you can go right to the Fat Quarter Shop and you can order those 2 extra fabrics that you need and you're ready to go. Their shipping's always very, very fast. I have shopped with them for years and years. So I try to go to my local quilt store if I can. And, but my local quilt store is a good, 25 miles, I guess. And then if they don't have what I'm looking for, then I will go ahead and shop there at Fat Quarter Shop. That's the first place I stop. All righty. I got an email yesterday from a lady who, she was so sweet. I believe her name is Linda. She's from DuPont, Washington. And she says, I had to share a surprise with you. I was at a monthly event at my local quilt shop last night. And at the end of the evening, the audience is invited to share what they have made with show and tell. A lot of retreats do that. I mean, a lot of guild meetings do that too. The final person to share was a gentleman of about 80 years old. He opened up his project to show, and bold as anything, it was the Happy Halloween quilt project. And he shared that he had done it with Applique. Yay! How nice is that? I love it. I thought you might get a kick out of this info. Thanks, Linda from DuPont, Washington. Thank you for sharing that with me, Linda. That's amazing. I think it's awesome. Any age, you guys. You can do this at any age. I love it. If you're new, Applique is the process of taking a paper quilt pattern. that has applique in it and scanning it into the Brother Scan and Cut to create a digital design that it sees on the paper, and then convert that digital design in embroidery software into applique. And it's really cool. It gives you a little placement line. Then you have the Scan and cut out all your fabrics, and you iron them down in that placement line, and then it does the final blanket stitch. And that's exactly how I did all of these blocks for this. Matter of fact, I need to sew these two together today. I've got pins everywhere. So this was all done with Snapplique. Okay, let me get you in here. I would much rather do this all day long than Lori Holt's method. So take a look at the blanket stitches. Oh, I'm too close. Hold on. There, that'll focus. Look at the blanket stitches. How those are made. That's all from scanning in the pattern pieces. Actually, I scanned in the simple shapes from Lori Holt. Okay. And then I digitized those little metallic buttons. Aren't those cute? Oh my goodness, those are adorable. Hey, there is a sale on for Dimes Kingstar Metallic. They're having a sale right now. I did put a notice of it on my Facebook page. But yeah, I digitized those little buttons. So very neat. So Snapplique Nation, that's all of us. Yes, Amy, you're right. You're absolutely right. All righty. I will be doing quick demos of Snapplique at the Houston Quilt Festival. Okay, in the All Brands booth. So you got to get there early, y'all. Okay. So I told you I spent some time doing some Kimberbell yesterday. I'm working on August's little mini quilt. I put Spanky to work. Spanky's my 10 needle. He's over there in the corner. Where's he? Where's he at? There. Sitting over there in the corner, hanging out, waiting for me to come back and go with that. So there he is. Whoop. There's the backing for the chickens hanging on the long arm. There's my 10 needle. Okay. So this is it here. I'd shown y'all the other day. I had done the flamingo. Okay. And then yesterday I did this summer block and this block with the umbrella and the bathing suit and these two little blocks. Now I had shown y'all this the other day. There's my little flamingo. Isn't he cute? He's adorable. And then here's the bathing suit block. Now on this one, the background quilting is so stinking cute. It's got the word summer. You see that? Just adorable. And this has 2 layers of applique. The umbrella does. It has the pink and the yellow fabric over it. And then it has what it called jelly, like a vinyl. So it had a pink and a yellow vinyl that went over the umbrella as well. But this block has the same background quilting that says summer, but you can't hardly see it because it's white. They wanted you to use white. They wanted me to use the same color thread on this one for the background quilting. And I said, no, I don't. I want to see that background quilting. So I used a thread that was just a shade darker. So you can see the word summer in the background quilting and the flower and the little swimsuits and all of that. Okay, so I just thought that was so cute like that. And then because I was doing it in the dime magnetic hoop, which is an 8x12. Dime is Designs and Machine Embroidery for you non-quilty people. I mean, non-embroidery people. So I did this block right here, dip into summer, okay, on this side of the hoop. And there are the other 2. I still need to trim them out. But yeah, very happy with that. So today I will finish up the, so when I'm shooting the video, it'll be a pre-recorded for this one. So I shot the video and talked through getting this applique and doing it on the multi-needle. Okay, usually I do them on the single needle. Now this one right here, this little beach bag, it has a rolled up towel in it. Okay, this beach bag is freestanding. So that's pretty cool. You have to make like freestanding lace, and you're going to do it on water-soluble, fibrous water-soluble stabilizer in the hoop. So I love my dime hoops. I know they're the best. Did I use battleizer for my blocks? No, Shelly. I used Kimberbell's batting for them. So yeah, I love to see the quilting too. I know that drives me crazy, made by Margie. She says it's a shame to have beautiful background quilting that you can't see. I know. As quilters, we want to see it, don't we? Yeah, absolutely. Monica, so she has a Cricut and she can't scan. It would be nice if the SVGs were shared for Snapplique. The thing is, Monica, once you create an SVG for Snapplique, whether it's from a paper pattern that the pattern designer has made, or it's from pre-cut applique, or it's from the Lori Holtz simple shape. Those shapes are the intellectual property of the pattern designer, and they can't be shared. It's actually against the law to share them, okay, or sell them. We are stitchers with integrity, and so we cannot share those SVGs. There are companies, so like I have permission from Amy Bradley Designs, and I have permission from Nancy Halverson of Art to Heart to show you how to create the SVGs from her paper patterns, from both of those ladies, from their paper patterns. I've written to them and I've received their permission to do that. Now, some places, like I know Gloria Horn's Sewing Studio has not only received permission to create the SVG files, but to also sell the designs. And then I'm sure she's getting a portion of that, right? For Art to Heart, for On Wander Lane. So it's a intellectual property theft to share them. And we don't need any of that drama in our lives. So yeah, can't do it. Can't do it. I always stress that, even when I go to guild meetings and I show this demo, I always tell everybody, you are not allowed to share these. Okay. I had some fabric come in from, I was watching with, I think, was Bernadette. Can you convert? This is a great question. Tiny wants to know. Can you convert SVG to FCM? If you print an SVG out and scan it into the Scan and Cut, the Brother Scan and Cut will turn it into the FCM. You can't pull up a, you can't, I guess if your embroidery software recognizes both, it might be able to. So you could pull up an applique. I know you can turn the placement line into an FCM in applique. Import a vector graphic. You could import a vector graphic. I don't know if you can save as FCM in, I don't know. You need some kind of software to be able to do that. Yeah. You can't just like put it on your printer and scan it. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. So I was on a So Yeah Live, and I think these are 1 or half yard cuts. I think they're 1 yard cuts. These are so cute. The little life rings and little whales. Okay. Just adorable. And then the orange to go with it. Companion orange. I know these are from a line. I don't know if the orange is from the same line. What line are they from? What fabric is that, Becky? I don't know. This is from PB Textiles, right? Oh, PB Boutique. Ahoy Baby by Dean Beasley Designs. Yeah, Ahoy Baby by Dean Beasley Designs. I don't know why I loved it, but I did, so I grabbed it. You never know. Might have a baby boy quilt you got to make, right? Super cute. Look at that crab. Isn't he precious? Oh my goodness, that's adorable. I know, it's bright and cheerful. 3-yard quilt, Connie, that's a good idea. That's a great idea for a 3-yard quilt. I could certainly do that. And it's white, you know, so I got, if I need background fabric, I got it. I love it. So No, Canvas only. Star wants to know, can you do it in Canvas? Canvas only saves to FCM. Downloads FCM. You can't download an SVG. You can import an SVG, but you can't download it. And then they have these 6.5-inch Vegas strips. This was a mystery bundle for Lori Holt fabric. Nobody knew what it was going to be. It's curated by them. I couldn't help myself. I had to do it. So this is what came because I need more Lori Holt fabric, right? I need more Lori Holt, like a hole in the head. Never enough. Never enough. You never know when you're going to need it. I've got a whole bunch of it down under here. This is from Calico Garden. I still got that up under there. I got blocks waiting to be made into a quilt. Oh my gosh. My life. But yeah, I'm going to cut woolly wall hanging this weekend. I also got in the block of the month from Fat Quarter Shop. I'll show you guys that tomorrow. So I make you want to start the Christmas quilt. Good. Yay, Sharon. Absolutely. Now is the time. It's July, right? It's time to start our Christmas quilts. So we're going to be making, now you can do this the old fashioned way. You don't have to do it snap-a-kay. Okay. You can do it the old fashioned way. We're going to make Merry Christmas from Amy Bradley Designs. Okay. I'm going to be doing this the snap-a-kay method. It will not be a quilt as you go like I did Happy Halloween. This one won't have any batting in the hoop at all. Okay. So I got in my fabric. This is my kit that I got from Two Chicks Quilting. Each piece of fabric is numbered, so you know what goes with what. All right. It's wonderful. I've got it linked right below the video. I sent a blog post out about it yesterday as well. And the blog post has the ability for you to download this chart, which tells you which fabrics are used in which block. So you need to get the pattern printed. Sally, you don't need all of the pages. Sandra, one of y'all, she goes by SC. She also made a table of contents for the pattern. So take a look at my blog, powertoolswiththread.com. And that post that's out there has the table of contents and it tells you which pages you need to print. So what I do is I send an email to my local UPS store and I just tell them, hey, print the first page in color because I want that, right? And then I want you to print single-sided only these pages and just those numbers and then go pick it up. And it cost me like $4. Worth it, right? So do I keep the books after I'm done with the quilt? The books? You mean like the On Wander Lane or these? Yeah, I did. Happy Halloween. I put it into, because it's, you know, that many pages of pattern. I put it into like the pattern, the zipper bag that most patterns come in. They come in like a little Ziploc bag, right? From the store. I just put it in one of those and put it on the shelf. I'll hold on to it. Yeah, I will. Oh, the books I make. Yeah. That's what you're talking about. These books. This is just a Dollar Tree 3-ring binder. Yeah. I got to put mine. And then you're going to get a list in the kit from Two Chicks Quilting. You're going to get a list of what fabric is used in which. So it tells you fabric number 1 is the Bella Solid Frost. That's your background. So it tells you exactly what fabric you need to make your quilt look exactly like the pattern. And I like that because that way I don't have to think. I don't know about y'all. I don't like to think sometimes. Just tell me what I need to do. Yeah. Yes, she's nodding her head. Yeah. Yeah. So I just need to make sure I've got mine. I just keep this handy, but I actually refer to the table of contents so I know which pages to grab and my chart right here, which tells me here's the name of the block and these are the fabric numbers that I need. It just makes life so much easier. So today I'm going to start block 17 of the star blocks. Those up there. Y'all, I turned the AC off. Pardon me for 15 seconds while I go turn it on. I'm dying over here. Frito. Oh. Okay. There we go. Woo. Been so busy. Busy. All righty. I need a swig of coffee. This thing's hot. I love those star blocks too, Patty. I've gotten them to, I mean, they're 40 minutes to make. They're definitely a job. Definitely a job. Is there a table of contents for the Halloween quilt? Yes. Yes, there is, Glenna. On my blog, powertoolswiththread.com, just scroll through to the Happy Halloween quilt and get on that blog post. So the blog post that went out both for Happy Halloween and for Merry Christmas list all of the things that you need, everything from the scan and cut to an embroidery machine to be able to do the snap applique. Okay. Ah, that is so good. I'm going to do that again. Okay. So good. So good. All right. So you two girls are sleeping right next to me, like Frito is to you. Aw, Michelle, that's nice. Don't we just love our dogs? Love our dogs. So today, block 17. I like to cut. I can't wait to cut woolly wall hanging. Oh, my husband's oldest is coming. Is today Wednesday? Today's Wednesday? Yes. She's coming tomorrow evening with the granddaughter, right? And her little friend, and they're heading off to Port O'Connor. And I will be left alone all weekend without adult supervision. I might have to wander to a quilt store somewhere, right? On Saturday. That would be nice. That'd be fun. Okay, block 17. But I've got to get a project done for Juju. She's waiting on me to get a video done for her, so I need to do that. These block sizes unfinished are 10.5 square. So I'm doing this one up here with the navy blue half square triangles. Yeah. We like no adult supervision. You know that? I love it. Don't get me wrong. You know, I love my husband with all my heart, but I'm right in the middle of something and I'm working and my brain's on it and I hear, what's for lunch? And I really want to go, look in the refrigerator. But it's a good thing, right? Makes me stop and go spend some quality time with my husband. Oh my gosh. Yeah, not having to make meals on a schedule is a nice thing. I know. But although, y'all, I think I would lose so much weight if I was not eating on a schedule. I know I would, because I just eat just enough to, not make me hungry anymore and then get to it. So, yeah. Okay. So, Paul, you're absolutely right. He tried his rotary blade on the scan and cut. Took over 3 minutes to do what the standard blade does in 1 minute. Is there some setting to speed it up? No. So what happens with that rotary blade? So on the straight blade on the scan and cut, it's dragging through the fabric regardless. And that little wheel, it does spin. The little blade spins inside of the holder, but it just drags, okay? And it's the force of the turn, whichever direction it's going to go, that creates the spin of the blade. With the rotary blade, it's a wheel, okay? And what it has to do, and if you'll notice that rotary blade does not drag, okay? If it's got to make a turn, it stops and it figures out which direction it's got to go, and it'll go up and down to make a turn so that the wheel is now facing the right way, and then take off and go do its thing. So that's why it takes so much longer. It's got to reorient itself so it knows which way to go. And if you've got a whole bunch of little cuts, it will take a long time. I noticed that. So what is a Vegas strip? Jackie wants to know. Yeah, that's a 6.5-inch strip. It's something that was curated by the Fat Quarter Shop. They are in Las Vegas. That's where they're headquartered, is Las Vegas. So they call them Vegas strips. And then there are patterns that have been created for 6.5-inch strips. So that's kind of cool. Yeah. So, okay. Frida, I've been there with you, sister. I know it. What kills me is mine will be out and about, right? And he'll drive past every restaurant and walk in the door and go, "What's for lunch?" And I'm like, "You just drove past. Why didn't you get something? I'm busy." "Well, I wanted you to fix it." That's fine. We don't eat out that much, so I have more money for fabric. That's a good thing, right? It's so expensive to eat up. Yeah, So Yeah is the name of the company. They came up with them. Do they have a brick and mortar? Yes, Made by Margie. They do. They have a brick and mortar. It's a big store. And if you ever go to Las Vegas, you've got to check them out. It's an awesome, awesome store. It's owned by 3 brothers. And then they also just bought another store in St. George, Utah. And they own another store in Alaska. So they go up there on missionary work. All right. I am marking these squares. These are going to be half square triangles, so I'm marking them. The ruler's corner to corner, so my line is right next to it, and I'm marking the side that I will be cutting off. Yeah, they have 3 stores. Where can you find my chart for Merry Christmas? Go to my blog, Susan, powertoolswiththread.com. Okay. And it's the very first post. I just published it yesterday. Part of being an online person, you got to have a blog, right? powertoolswiththread.com. And you will find that post, and that's got the table of contents for Merry Christmas, and it's got the chart that tells you what fabrics are used for which block. So that's just a little extra thing. And that chart corresponds to the fabric list you got from 2 Chicks Quilting with the kit. Okay. That's very helpful. Yep. Oh, yeah. Diane says she has an QUILT strip cutter. Oh, yeah. That'd be handy. Check out those pads. I know I haven't looked. I've heard they're there. I have not seen them. I need to go looking for them. I will now that I have. Oh, I also pre-ordered Lori's newest book from her little live with Kim Jolly the other day from the Fat Quarter Shop. Y'all need to subscribe to that Fat Quarter Shop YouTube channel. You want to be a quilter? You'll learn so much. The thing I learned the most on those videos is technique. You'll learn a lot of technique. If you're brand new to quilting, you'll learn a lot of technique. I did learn some stuff to break me of old habits too that were bad. I think tomorrow I'll show the Liberty box. So I'll be in California in January, y'all, at Road to California in Ontario, California. Come by and see me if you're in the area. I'd love to meet you, see you. So that'll be nice. I'll be in the booth for Sewing Machines Plus. And Sewing Machines Plus has a virtual Sew Fest coming up in September, and I will be on that as well, working with the King Quilter. So very excited about that. I was talking back and forth with the CEO of the company yesterday about topics for videos for you guys. It'll be live. The virtual Sew Fest is always fun. If you've got a quilt you want to submit, that Sew Fest is the 9th through the 13th of September. So they'll probably put a call out before too long. If you subscribe to their pages, to all their socials, they'll put a call out for, somebody needs to put in the Happy Halloween quilt. That would be cool. So Connie, I'm looking forward to meeting you too. I can't wait. Finally put the face with the name, right? So they'll be putting a call out for quilts to go into their quilt contest. You always have a quilt show, virtual show with a contest, and you get to win some cool prizes. Definitely. All right. So those are all mixed, marked now. These are good. And these are good. And now I'm ready to sew these to these and these to these. That's what I'm doing. And turn on my iron. I got to tell you guys, y'all have been keeping Mr. Gray Rooster, Ray, busy with these sewing tools. These are fantastic. He's got a wonderful seam roll. I've got these linked below. All right. And the baby clapper. I just love it for my little ironing station. This is regularly $50. It has been for years and years. It's on sale for $40. Lowest I've ever seen it on Prime. Today's the last day for Amazon Prime. I love it because it's perfect for work right at your machine and work right at the embroidery machine as well. It's a Cricut mini press. Fantastic little thing. So I've got it in my Amazon store. So Betsy, you're coming to Quilt Festival. Well, you got to look me up. I'm usually not in the booth super early in the morning or super late in the evening, but if you're there between the hours of 10 and like 3, I will be at all brands for sure. Looking forward to it. A lot of fun. All right, let's get these rolling. Not getting anything done sitting here talking to y'all. You know, one thing I got to do is I need to make more bobbins. I've got one left on my little ladybug. One bobbin left. Oh, I'm fixing to have to put that one in. So, all right. So I'll chain piece these. This is the Brother PQ 1500 machine. They don't make it anymore. They have the 1600 now. And my friend Ann, she got the Juki TL18. She was having the hardest time with that little needle threader. We got on a FaceTime. And it threads differently than this one. So I was telling her backwards. And then we looked at a video and said, oh, duh. All righty. So Keith and I are doing the back-to-back sew and sail cruises out of Galveston in May of 2025. If you would like to go to that. And as soon as we get back from that, then we're heading off to, I'm going to talk at a guild in Longmont, Colorado in July of 25. So we'll be driving up there with a motorhome. And then making our way back through Kansas and Missouri. And I will be working with, there's a brother dealer in Springfield, Missouri. And I'm going to go there. We'll probably do a weekend thing. So that'll be fun. So yeah, you guys hit the thumbs up button if you just walked in, if you wouldn't mind. Okay, check out our virtual kitchen. Scotty Dog's over there. Got a lot of goodies going. Get some coffee. Make yourself at home. Don't worry that you don't know anybody. If you're new, let us know you're new. We've got a welcoming committee with nothing to do right now. I'm sewing with the dark side up, the darkest fabric on top, because whatever's on top, that's the way it likes to fold. And I want to press to the dark on these. Lori says to press them open, but you guys know that's not how I roll. So I'm not a fan of that. The Quilted Cow has a store in Springfield. Do they? Okay. The Quilted Cow is on my bucket list. So I will be hitting that store for sure. I'll take my video camera in there and do a walk around with you guys. That'll be fun. Let's see here. Uh-oh, I'm short a, what did I do? I'm sewing the wrong things together. That's what I get for yakking away. Sewing the wrong things together. These two, they don't go together. Right? Yeah, they do. They go together. Ah, I'm fine. I got myself turned around. I'm fine. They go together. Life is good. Not to worry. As you were. How long do you spend in classes on the cruises? As long as you want. They have projects to keep you busy. You know, you can they always get you out in time for early dinner. If it's really busy, we'll do a morning and an afternoon session. So there'll be morning people and afternoon people. And then based on when you want to be stitching, you can pick one or the other when you book the cruise. Okay. Now I need to press these. Okie dokie. Okay. Merrily we quilt along in Springfield. Okay. I'm going to hit every quilt store. I can't travel and not go to a store. That's, you know, what there's a game you can play at you know, retreats and stuff called Never Have I Ever. And it's driven past a quilt store that you knew was there. If you didn't know it was there, that doesn't count. Have you ever driven past a quilt store that you knew was there? Now these are really nice. I love how this fits my little arthritic hand. Love it. Okay, and then these two, brown on top. So the purpose of the seam roll is to make it so you don't get an indentation of the fabric when you press it. So I like to finger crease mine and then press them with no steam. Oh, wow. How nice, Beth. Her friend won an Aliso iron from the Quilted Cow. That's nice. They put out that new one, that new Aliso. I like their older one, the original mini, the Aliso mini. I like the older one because it didn't have the auto off. Those safety nannies drive me nuts. I do not want my iron to turn off on me. That annoys me no end. You have clicked off the Stitch Artist and don't get the scissor icon. Linda, do you have Embrilliance Essentials? That's in Embrilliance Essentials. Is my Cricut one temperature? No, ma'am, it's 3. You can click, it's got 3 little. So if I turn it off, low, medium, high. Okay. Any plans for cruise from Florida in the near future? Actually, we're leaving out of Fort Lauderdale on 1 in December, but that's a pleasure cruise. We're not sewing on that one. So I don't have any sewing sales out of Florida on the books right now. Man, I tell you, I hate it when my iron turns off. That's why I use that Sapporo 527 gravity fed iron. It's designed to be used by seamstresses and tailors. It's ugly, but very effective. This one turns off after 13 minutes. It's got a motion sensor in it. It's annoying. You know, the irons that Lori Holt uses, she uses, well, hi, Kay Youngs. First time in the live chat, been watching a while. Thank you for joining us. She uses those old antique irons that don't have steam in them. They don't turn off either. She's a smart lady. Okay. I was thinking about it. Yesterday I was lamenting about how much more I have to go on this quilt. Actually, when you really think about it, it's not much. It's just sashing and stuff. So let's see. Do I know anything about the Janome Expression embroidery machine? No, I don't. So I sure don't. I'm a brother baby. I can't wait to play with that new Avenir. Oh my goodness. So excited about that. I haven't even seen it yet. I can't wait. Okay. I'm thinking about trading in Darla. Yeah, I know. And the name for my new Avenir is going to be Aunt B. This Steady Betty is a 13 by 17. It fits perfectly over the top of the 3-tier cart that's in my Amazon store. 13 by 17 Steady Betty. Okay. All righty. But yeah, lots of travel plans, and Keith will be up for it since his knee is working. All right. Yeah, I've already named it. I've been thinking about it. I know. I know. I don't even have it yet. It's not even out on the market. I thought about replacing this one, but there's no need to. It works fine. I have no need to replace this machine. So I'm not going to do that. None at all. Yeah. Hold on to your wallet, you guys. That's why you got to do a trade. So there's going to be, yes, Darla is my Luminaire. There will be a flood of Luminaires coming on the market. Friend of mine, Michelle, just got one for about 10. So used one that was traded in. So they're going to flood the market here soon. So you're going to be able to get a heck of a machine at a pretty good price, you know, if you're after that camera. So kind of be thinking about that. The kids can have the house, okay? This is about you now. Well, hello, Coretta. Glad you're here. How far is Bastrop from me? Teresa, I think it's about an hour. It's up near Austin area. I think it's about an hour. Take me to get there. I was watching a comedian one time. So funny. He's from Eastern Europe. I can't remember his name. And he says, Americans are so funny about distance. In Europe, when you say how far away is whatever, they'll say 25 kilometers or 100 kilometers or however far the distance is. In America, how far is Bastrop from where I am? About an hour. We don't give it in miles. We give it in how long does it take you to get there? I thought that was hilarious. I never thought about that. But he was talking about learning, you know, to speak English and all of that. And he didn't understand why Americans don't respond with how many miles away something is or kilometers. We talk about it in hours. How far is, you know, the store? Well, it'll take you about 25 minutes to get there. Oh my goodness. I know it's hilarious, Patty. I thought that was so funny. Americans are so funny in the way we do things. I mean, and it doesn't matter. It's anything, you know, unless somebody actually says how many miles, then we say, you know, well, it's an hour, you know, how far away is Dallas? Okay, it'll take me 5 hours to get there by car or 45 minutes by plane. That's how we do it. I have no idea how many miles Dallas is from me. Too funny. We're a strange bunch. Let's see. Oh, really? Okay. In Iowa, they use miles, and you grew up in Utah, and they use time. Yeah, it's funny. That's true. Margie says it's funny because time depends on how fast you go. Well, but if you're doing the speed limit, right, and there's not a traffic problem, should be all right. When you're doing these blocks, you want to make sure you're sewing these together. Whoops. You want to make sure that, let me see. You want to make sure that you're doing them all like white, blue, white, blue, white, blue, white, blue. Not a bunch of white blues and then you sew a blue white. It'll mess up your nesting on the back as you go around. So just be consistent if you're making these. So you guys, this has been a lot of fun. Thank you so much for spending your morning with me. You guys clean up the kitchen, take that fresh fruit. It's not going to last forever. Okay. And be with me here. Today is Wednesday. Yes. Okay. I will be here again tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Central. If you're catching the replay, thank you so much for spending your time with me. I really, really appreciate it. All right. I've got a lot to do today, so I hope you get some stitching done and you get a lot done as well. You guys have an amazing day. I will talk to you soon. And on your way out the door, please hit the thumbs up button if you haven't already. All right. We'll talk to you soon. You guys go sew something. Bye.